Hey INFPs, this is Amanda, and in today's video I wanted to talk about extroverted intuition, what that is, and how INFPs experience that. So extroverted intuition is one of our cognitive functions in our function stack. There are 4 of them. Every type has 4. And extroverted intuition for us is our auxiliary function, which means it comes second. And it comes second to introverted feeling, which is our dominant cognitive function. So extroverted intuition is kind of what it sounds like, although it's not really that self-explanatory in a way. So we direct our intuition outwards from ourselves. We direct it in an extroverted way toward the external world. And what that means is that we can essentially, we are essentially, we're always sort of scanning for possibilities, right? So we're living life and we're kind of absorbing the things around us. And when we're doing that, we are able to basically see patterns. We're able to take different things and kind of be able to see the thread that weaves between them. And in this way, so extroverted intuition is a function that essentially allows you to see possibilities. And it's also a function that happens more in real time. It has a very kind of present moment focus. So intuition in general is actually more of a future focused function because it allows you to sort of see things that haven't happened yet. But because extroverted intuition, because the focus there is the objective world around you, you tend to pick up on patterns and possibilities, again, like I said, more in real time. So this has a little bit, oh, actually, before I move into this, the last thing I want to say about extroverted intuition in a more general sense is that it is also a novelty-seeking function. So what that means is it tends to be focused on things that are fresh and new and interesting. Intuition is a way that you take in information, and when it's extroverted in particular, it's focused on new and novel things. So that's important to know too as we segue into how INFPs experience their extroverted intuition, right? So number one, this does account for our shiny object syndrome, right? So INFPs are kind of known for, bouncing around from thing to thing, getting very excited about something and then suddenly kind of dropping it and moving someplace else and getting excited about some other thing. And again, that has to do with our extroverted intuition, right? We see something, right? We intuit something. It has a lot of energy for us. We're picking up on some sort of a subconscious pattern, and we're seeing a possibility there, and it gets us very excited. And then, as it happens, for whatever reason, maybe the energy kind of starts to decrease on that thing, again, for whatever reason. And suddenly we're not as interested, right? Because it's not as novel and it's not as interesting. But then there's this thing that's like over here, it's over there, and now that has a lot of energy around it. And so off we go. So yeah, so the reason why we jump around so much is because of the extroverted intuition. Now, and that can be challenging to manage, as I'm sure all of you well know. Now, one of the upsides of extroverted intuition is the ability to generate possibilities and come up with ideas. Typically, INFPs don't have a lot of trouble with the idea process. This is the part we like, and it's the part that feels very pleasurable for us. We're great at brainstorming. We're great at just, coming up with ideas. This can even play out like, say, like we have a lot of interests, like we get interested in a lot of different things. So yeah, like we're great with generating possibilities and coming up with creative ideas. Of course, it The extroverted intuition doesn't help us when trying to implement those ideas or take action on them, but that's kind of that's a different video. But you know, but it's still, but it's it gives us those ideas to begin with. And then the last thing I want to mention about extroverted intuition for INFP is that because it's coming along with introverted feeling, that tends to sort of direct our intuition. Like what we tend to pick up on intuition wise is people stuff, right? What's going on with other people? You know, how are they feeling? What are their feeling states? You know, just even just like a general interest in like human nature, um, you know, what it means to be alive, what it means to be human, like, because we can get kind of broad with these interests as well. But yeah, you know, the introverted feeling and the extroverted intuition in tandem make us really good at picking up on, right, on intuiting, um, you know, like I said, people stuff. And you know, this can be why INFPs are drawn to storytelling, right? Because we can express all those things that we pick up on in this story about, like, you know, like I said, like about what it means to be human and alive. So that's extroverted intuition in a nutshell. Both what it is in general and then how it plays out for INFPs a little bit. So if you liked this video and you like other INFP content, check out my For INFPs newsletter. It's resources, news, and tips for INFPs. I send out a short email and there's, you know, some kind of tip or a link to a resource or something like that. But everything is relevant to INFPs. So there'll be a link below the video to sign up for that. And guys, thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next.